All right, so we up in here. You know who I am. You know what we do. This is Trump and the GE, and this is what happened to CNN's Wolf Blitzer. So the debate between former President Donald Trump and Kamala Harris finally happened, and they delivered. I think they both delivered a good product. They both went for it, and Trump and the GE parsed through the debate, and you can come back on the channel to see what Mr. Mitchell and I said about the debate, who won, so on and so forth. I won't spoil it for you, but CNN, it was a rah-rah for Kamala Harris and the Democratic Party, basically a pep rally, falling all over Kamala, how she won and spanked Trump, so on and so forth. But and some of the takes were ridiculous. We Van Jones to Chris Wallace, which we covered on Trump and the GE. So you can listen to what we had to say about Chris Wallace's ridiculous take. But Wolf Blitzer, he asked a question. He had a panel on there. We had Van Jones and a couple of people. He asked, now that she's won, her handlers want Kamala Harris to go out and do more interviews. And Wolf Blitzer is he was a very serious journalist, newscaster. He followed Ted Koppel. He reminded me a lot of Ted Koppel. And Ted Koppel used to do Nightline. He was for real. He was very acerbic. I was taken aback by Ted Koppel at first because he was very acerbic. It seemed like he was a know-it-all. And then you kind of got used to it. And we used to tune in a lot because just to hear what he had to say. These crazy takes he had to say on Nightline, how serious he was. He covered a lot of serious issues. He didn't shy away from anything, but when he wasn't acerbic, we were disappointed after a while. And Wolf Blitzer reminded me a lot of Ted Koppel. I don't know if he modeled his career or his persona after Ted Koppel, but he covered a lot of important issues over the past few decades. I didn't know he was even still on TV anymore. I haven't seen or heard anything from him. I know the oligarchs now control all the assets, particularly media assets. So I'm not sure you can really be on TV unless you're doing PR for the oligarchs or doing PR for your advertisers or have the messaging that your bosses want you to have. I'm not sure you can be acerbic and deliver real news like Wolf Blitzer used to do, or like Geraldo Rivera, Ted Koppel, Barbara Walters. Obviously Dan Rather, Walter Cronkite, but Barbara Walters and young whippersnappers like Ted Koppel, they were going for it. Nightline was dying for him. Wolf Blitzer reminded me a lot of Ted Koppel. And I don't know what he has become now, because that take he had on the debate was crazy. He basically was questioning people whether she should do more interviews. He never raised the issue why she hadn't done interviews in the past, the quality of her previous interviews, or why she didn't talk about her policies during the debate. Clearly, she not doing interviews because she has nothing to say. Clearly. And she had nothing to say during the debate. And Wolf Blitzer never picked up on that. Never picked up on the fact that why does someone have to cajole her to do interviews and go out and meet the public after her so-called momentous victory. Ted Koppel would have eaten Kamala Harris alive, and we'll discuss the fact that she was bereft of any content during the debate, how she made a lot of ad hominem attacks on Trump, basically calling him racist, and talked about tiki torches and January 6th, so on and so forth. Never talked about her own record or Biden's record or her performance, or Biden's performance over the past 2.5 years. Ted Koppel would have discussed that. Wolf Blitzer whiffed. So I'm curious what Wolf Blitzer has become. He clearly would never point out the fact that she is channeling Barack Obama, where she's trying to, pander to people, promote identity politics, and very mum on any policy. And, she's engaged in a lot of performative behavior and a lot of symbols, providing a lot of symbolism, but no policy. And she wants to be elected, and then tell the people her policy after she's elected, or make up a policy on the fly like Obama did. Wolf Blitzer never pointed that out, so I'm not quite sure what he's become. This is a monologue from Larry Wilmore from a couple years ago when he was in the White House Correspondents' Dinner during Obama's last year in office. This is what he had to say about Wolf. I'm sharing my screen.
But I have to say, it's great. It looks like you're really enjoying your last year of the presidency. Saw you hanging out with NBA players like Steph Curry, Golden State Warriors. That was cool. Yeah. You know, it kind of makes sense, too, because both of you like raining down bombs on people from long distances, right? Sure. What? Am I wrong? What? Speaking of drones, how is Wolf Blitzer still on television? Ask a follow-up question. Hey, Wolf, I'm ready to project tonight's winner. Anyone that isn't watching the Situation Room. Oh,
So when he said this, I thought it was pretty harsh. Wow, my God, he's killing Wolf Blitzer. I didn't think it was funny at first. When I first heard it, he said, call him a drone. Basically, he's monotone, just, out there taking up space. He's monotone and boring. And says he want to ask a follow-up question, and anybody not watching the Situation Room is probably winning. And I think that pretty much sums up what Wolf Blitzer has become. And from being a serious journalist and maybe taking the mantle from Ted Koppel to what he has become now. Just taking up space on CNN. So, you want real news and commentary, you have to come to Trump and the G, which you probably already knew already. So that's Trump and the G. What happened to CNN's Wolf Blitzer? Thank you.